But it's not just college quarterbacks that are entering the transfer portal. Baker Mayfield entered the transfer portal today. He asked for his release by the Carolina Panthers. Steve Wilks, Carolina Panthers interim head coach, was asked whether or not Baker Mayfield asked for this release.
He felt and we felt we wanted to give him, again, an opportunity to be able to seek whatever him and his agent felt would be the best for them. He has been nothing but a professional for us, so I wanted to extend that courtesy.
So there you go. It was pretty simple. You ain't going to be the starter here, so if you want to be the starter somewhere else, Godspeed, man. He elaborated on the release, which caught a lot of people by surprise today when the news broke this morning.
Baker has been, released. We had a conversation today. I talked to the guys about, Sam will be the starter this week against Seattle, and PJ will be the backup. And Baker has been nothing but a professional since he's been here, a complete pro. Tremendous respect for him. As he and I had a conversation, I talked about, my decision at the time to go to Cleveland was all based off him and their offense and having an opportunity to be, with a productive team that I felt could move the ball. This is a tough business, and sitting in this seat, it's a tough decision on my part, but it was something that I felt like was the best move for the team moving forward.
So that's Steve Wilks, interim head coach for the Carolina Panthers, on Baker Mayfield, who had asked for his release earlier today. Some speculation as to where he could go. The team's clearly in need. The Colts could use somebody new. That's not Matt Ryan, right? And then you got the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers saw Jimmy Garoppolo get hurt in a win against the Miami Dolphins. He is done for the year. That's in combination with the Trey Lance injury that took him out for the year. And this is a Super Bowl contending team. They're in a window with that defense. They made a move to get Christian McCaffrey earlier this year from the Carolina Panthers. But I got a feeling, Giglio, that Christian McCaffrey is not going to see his old teammate in Baker Mayfield, because Baker Mayfield's just not good. He's a liability at this point.
Plus, Brock Purdy's been there the whole time.
Yes.
Things we've learned about the Shanahan family.
Mm-hmm.
The running back obsession of being able to churn through them was Mike Shanahan's thing. Kyle Shanahan's thing is I can take any quarterback and win with them. And you're going to see him try to do that with Brock Purdy, the rookie from Iowa State.
He's a rookie. Was he Mr. Irrelevant this year?
He was.
He was Mr.
He was.
Oh, not anymore.
Nope.
We all know who Brock Purdy is now.
Exactly.
Honestly, I was like, who the hell is Brock Purdy? I don't remember this guy. Wait a minute, Brock Heward? No, Brock Purdy. Oh, okay, got it. Look, right now, I still think that the NFC goes through Philadelphia. Eagles still too good.
I'm ready to hand that one over,
I'm
especially now without Jimmy G.
So no Jimmy G, who I think Jimmy G is a Rorschach test for how you view how to win in the NFL. I had zero issues with Jimmy Garoppolo in the sense that he runs the offense you want him to run. He doesn't necessarily make a lot of mistakes. And yes, things do tend to bog down in the red zone, but the 49ers defense was good enough, because you still need defense in the NFL, good enough to keep things going in the right direction. And we saw this last night or yesterday afternoon against the Miami Dolphins, where they did there was a lot of injuries. Jalen Waddle got hurt. There were some injuries on the offensive line. But the 49ers did a really good job of getting Tua Tagovailoa off schedule. Okay? So if the 49ers can continue to do that, and we've seen this with the Eagles, by the way, where you can get Jalen Hurts off schedule, mainly in the sense of keeping him off the field. Remember, they had those two games that they lost where they were very, very close. Indianapolis was the close game, and they had a recipe for that. How many teams can actually do that, though? How many teams can actually go out there and slow them down the way that Washington did and Indianapolis did before adjusting? I think the defense for the 49ers is good enough. Meanwhile, Maybe it's just that the Bengals have the Chiefs' number, but this is now 3 times in the calendar year.
Yeah, I don't think you could just say it that. I don't think you could chalk it up that easily.
I don't know. I mean, we talked to Bomani Jones from ESPN and HBO on Friday about the level at which Patrick Mahomes is playing, but there's something about again, 3 times in a calendar year where the Bengals have been able to beat the Chiefs, including in the most important game of
Right.
the playoffs last year.
And not in a fluky way.
No, not in a fluky way. Last night was not in a fluky way either. So good on the Bengals, who have come on strong here as of late. They started off the year really, really dicey, 0-2. There were some questions about the reworked offensive line, whether or not Joe Burrow was going to last the season because of that reworked offensive line. They didn't have Jamar Chase there for a little bit, but he's back. The Bengals are back to looking like themselves at this point last year. Maybe that hangover is done, and the Bengals have to be reckoned with as they're trending upward. Meanwhile, it's the Bills who are trending in the downward direction.